And I wanted to ask something about Dallas that you brought that up. I mean, and not the obvious because Jerry Jones he's lost it at this point. What they're allowing, Hardy mispracticed again. By the way, he was late this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody knows that. Missed some meetings. Of course, no penalty. He played every snap this past week against Tampa,
and got into an argument with another one of the defensive players last week as well.
Also, no penalty.
No penalty.
But do you think
He's the leader?
Yeah, because I do, Randy. That this is a reflection on Jason Garrett's coaching, not the fact that he doesn't take a stand. Forget about all that stuff. All the tight games they've lost without Romo. I get it. You lost Romo.
Yeah.
Win a couple of these tight games.
Right.
I don't think he's coached very well this year.
I think he's made a pretty good argument as to who really runs everything football in Dallas, and it's not their head coach. I mean, it's their owner and his son.
Isn't that hard? I mean,
I think it's impossible.
Yeah.
Personally, there are.
What's
Look at a guy like Bob Kraft in New England, for instance, everybody's least favorite team.
Yeah.
When he had Parcells and he had Pete Carroll, he was involved. He was involved with his coaches and GMs. I mean, he got really involved. Once he got Belichick, it was basically understood, you're going to run the business side. I've got football. You just do your thing. And it's been a great partnership. And it's funny that more people don't look at that. I mean, you came from an organization, Tiki, where the owners own the team, and they hired the football people to run the football.
You're right.
Heaven forbid that should be the model, But for some reason, once you get that B in front of your name.
Yeah, they're micromanaging. It's like they're micromanaging down there.
Yeah, and a lot of them are very, very susceptible to, what they hear at the club, what they hear out on the golf course, what they hear over cocktails, what they hear in their suites
in the
before
champagne
and during
rooms.
games.
Yeah, with Jerry Jones in the show.
Yeah. Hey, nothing ever happens in those champagne rooms.
Nothing at all. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Randy Cross with us in studio.
Randy, let's get to college. Everett Golson got benched for Sean McGuire. Now, I feel like this is a repeat of exactly what happened to him at Notre Dame. Started off a season gangbusters, on fire, winning games, and all of a sudden he had these massive turnover issues that end up derailing his season, the team's season, and really his tenure. What's going to happen at Florida State now that Sean McGuire is taking over at the quarterback position?
Well, I think if anything else, Florida State's got a guy now that's running Jimbo's offense. Golson came in, didn't have spring, didn't have much time, he's a real good football person, but I think what they had to do was they had to make it sort of an amalgamation of what they want and what he does.
Yeah.
Which is good coaching. But with a guy like McGuire, it's truly, he's been there a long time. He knows that offense. He can make those checks. They speak the same language. I think it's the best case scenario for them, to be honest with you, because they weren't getting that much above and beyond with Everett Golson.
Randy, everybody's making a big deal, and I think it's really a waste of time because it's going to come to a head and come to fruition at some point. Iowa, how is Iowa not in the top? Not everybody's saying how are they not in the top four, but a lot of people are lamenting where they rank right now.
Or why the hell are they in the top four?
or that. Not everybody buys them, and I understand that. But, I mean, they're going to have a chance to play for the Big Ten championship. So they're not going to go undefeated and not get in. If they win the Big Ten, Iowa's going 100%. Am I right or wrong?
They'd play one good team. So I guess if you play one good team in the most important game, then you beat them. That's the idea. It will be taken. I would like to think it would be taken into account. If they were to win the Big Ten and be undefeated, they're in the playoffs.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Might be number 4, but they'll be in. The problem for them's going to be they're going to run into some pretty talented physical teams. Let's just say it stays the same way it is right now.
Yeah.
And they get Clemson. They're 4, Clemson's 1. How many teams with that kind of talent on both lines, not to mention how they spread you out and then stress you, has Iowa seen? That's not Big Ten football.
Well,
they would have maybe just beaten one in Ohio State.
Yeah.
But
Randy, what did Syracuse do that was so special to hang around in that game? I mean, it's not like Clemson's beyond reproach.
No,
And
it's
I
not.
watched a good chunk of that game.
Yeah, Notre Dame, I mean, if they hadn't gotten run out early.
Yeah, they lost by 2 points with their
Exactly.
backup.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
So
I
is
know.
Clemson really that good?
Now, there's only one team right now that looks like a number one team. That's Alabama.
Yeah.
And
Despite the loss. I mean,
saw the loss
they had
against
a letdown.
saw the loss against Ole Miss and all those crazy tips and plays. But I mean, the Saban teams, generally speaking, are teams that when you look at them early, you go, man, they're not that good, but you probably should beat them early because if you wait till later, they might be a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They're a lot better right now.
That's when they figure it out. They got two really good coordinators. I was reading stories this morning about a lot of these head coaching vacancies, and there's a bunch: USC and Miami, Virginia Tech, and Kirby Smart, who is their defensive coordinator, and Lane Kiffin. Both are going to be on the radar for some of these schools. Either one of them need to leave, definitely leaves.
I would think if there was one of them, and I'm just going by basic, I don't know, empirical evidence.
Yeah.
Lane's not what I'd call the most loyal dude out there as far as to programs and schools and stuff. So I think he'd be most apt to leave. I think Kirby Smart, unless the Georgia job was available, then Kirby Smart might consider. He's a Georgia grad, SEC guy. Then he might be apt to do it. But no, I could see Lane Bolton.
I could too. I think there'd be a lot to happen for that Georgia job to come
you know
free,
what?
including Rick saying, I want to go coach at Miami because that's my alma mater. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's crazy down there in Georgia. I can tell you that from personal experience. They're not real happy. The perception of Georgia is that they aspire to be good to all right, and they're not willing to sort of make their deal with the devil to be number one.
Interesting. Talking to Randy Cross is with us in studio here. Randy, of course, terrific career at UCLA, Super Bowl champ Niners, college football analyst, and you see him on CBS Sports Network, did NFL games for years, just an incredible resume and a really good guy. How good are the Sooners?
I think they could be really good in about 2-3 weeks.
Can Mayfield steal the Heisman?
If he keeps playing the way he is,
No, it's got to be.
No, he's got a shot.
He's got a shot.
He's got a shot.
Derrick Henry has to do what Leonard Fournette did the last couple of weeks. He's got
Which is fall down.
He's got to have like those 30 for 30, no plug intended, type games where he just doesn't dominate.
Yeah.
But Mayfield, he's got an energy about him. Looks kind of Manziel-ish.
He's fiery. I like him.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He might get a trip to New York. I mean, Keenan Reynolds from Navy, for instance, he should get a trip to New York.
Yeah.
I mean, I do all the Navy home games, and I see this kid a lot. Incredible story.
What's the record he's about to break?
Touchdowns.
Well, he just broke the all-time rushing touchdowns record that was held. He held with Monty Ball at 78. He scored 3 last week.
Wow.
They put, 50, 60 points on the board,
55.
right?
77. So now he's got 80, and he needs 2 or 3 more to break the all-time touchdown scored record, which is 83.
Wow.
Can he play in the NFL? Not as quarterback, but is he going to be in the NFL?
Samter just told me we're having him on Friday.
Yeah, so that's official.
That's
That
great.
boy, Mike.
Good job, Samter.
Yeah,
Nice.
I tell you, this kid,
We've heard he's a great kid.
You'll be amazed at how good this kid is. Just a Tennessee kid that loves being at Navy. He wants to be a fighter pilot. For some reason, wants to be rocketed off of aircraft carriers at Mach speeds.
That's what my father-in-law did. That's
Is
what
that
my
right?
father. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
No
he
doubt.
is he's something else, and I think he's very deserving of the recognition. He's got no shot at winning it.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
he should be there in New York.
what are they? They've only lost one game over the last 2 years, both times to Notre Dame.
They lost to Notre Dame last year and this year. That's the only games they've lost.
Wow.
Didn't they play the Buckeyes tough last year for the
Yeah.
first half or so?
Yeah.
Really tough.
Yeah,
Early in the season.
opening game. No,
That's right. I
but
think I
they're-
may have won some money on that game.
Yeah, Nia Matalolo, you and a lot of other people, actually.
All right, what's the biggest surprise for you so far before we let you bounce and get out of here and go get some sleep? Biggest surprise so far in college football has been positive or negative?
2 negatives, both in the SEC. Auburn and LSU's last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Did not expect Auburn to just totally go in the toilet. And LSU's so-called physical dominance that I thought I saw, that's my lying eyes, I guess.
Is it one-dimensional offense with LSU? Once you figure it out?
Well, the
you
week
figure it
before
out.
Alabama, I kept mentioning they're the 117th ranked passing offense in America. How come no one wants to talk about that?
Yeah.
And everyone say, well, Harris has gotten a lot better at throwing the ball.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if Leonard
not
Fournette's
against Nick
rushing for-
Saban.
Yeah, it's true.
No, but I mean against Saban.
It's true.
And I love Fournette, but you saw that game. They were playing like 9 in the box, and they kept running it.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have plan 2, plan B.
No
plan B.
No.
It cost them.
Hey, Randy, I said the last thing, actually, I may as well get this out of you as well. If the draft were tomorrow night, who are the top 3 NFL picks right now? Kid from Ohio State, right? Defensive end.
Yeah,
He's going to be top 3.
Joey Bosa.
Yeah,
Bosa's
Joey Bosa's
unbelievable.
Joey Bosa's right up there. You probably get an offensive lineman in there somewhere high.
Okay.
What about the quarterback?
There's 3 or 4.
Any of the quarterbacks?
If there's one that goes that high, it'd be off of what he does.
Well, it's not going to be Connor Cook, and it could be Goff, but I don't even think Goff's not going first overall.
Oh no,
I don't think so.
He'll go in the top 10.
Yeah.
I like of all those guys.
Yeah.
If I had a choice of one guy in the country right now, quarterback wise, it might be the kid from Memphis, that Paxton Lynch.
We talk about him a lot.
Yeah.
Paxton
He's
Lynch.
6'7", he's 240, and he can actually run.
Yeah.
Get out of his own way, which is unusual.
But does he go through progressions, or is it another Kaepernick thing here? Can he actually play quarterback?
Yeah, I think he can.
Okay.
That's what his coaches say.
That's
And
what they said in Nevada as well.
I'll go with Fuente on that one. But, yeah, Kaepernick. Kaepernick's problem wasn't not learning football. I think it was more fathead related. And I'm not talking about the thing that goes on your wall.
I got you. Little stubborn, yeah, I hear you.
I got it figured out.
Well, you got your radio show coming up 7 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Get going. Didn't you do any
All
prep
right, guys.
today?
Thanks,
Come on,
man.
Cross. You didn't do any prep work at all?
They call this research?
We're going to talk about the Falcons. 800 Falcons.
This was
See you,
his-
brother.
this
Thanks,
was his
Randy.
See you, Randy.
Randy Cross. He's awesome.